So once you log in, you won't have as many tabs as I do over here, but you will have the Add Driver and Update Driver tabs on the left-hand side. Also, make sure you're in Microsoft Edge or Explorer. Do not use Chrome or Firefox, as they will not work for the driver database. So to add a driver, you'll click the Add Driver button. Your county will appear here. Select the license state of the driver, enter their number, the expiration date, birthday, last name, first name. Anything with the asterisk next to it is you have to put that in, but you also do need to include the medical exam date and the expiration date for the driver. So you'll enter in all this information and click submit. If you would like confirmation, you can contact Monica. Ask to see if we see the driver in your district. We will check for you and confirm that the driver has been added to your district. To update a driver, you'll click the update button. Your county will also appear here. I will use a driver that we have set up for KDE that's fake. Enter the license number and click submit. It will pull up all the same information from the last screen, just like adding a driver, except the inactive and termination date. So whenever you get an email saying a driver has an expired medical license or expired for any other reason, you need to go in here and put the date that you received that email. This will not get rid of them in your district. It will just give them an inactive date, so they will not keep showing up in our reports, and you will stop getting emails until the issue has been resolved. If you need to change the medical expiration date and the medical exam date, you do that in these two boxes. Same for license up here. The birth date should not change. Sometimes there are last name changes, so that could change as well. And just make sure that everything else is accurate and up to date so we can keep our records the same as KYTC. Keep in mind, updating this does not update it for the Transportation Cabinet. It only updates it for the Department of Education. So anything that needs to be updated with them, you'll have to either contact them or we can help you out and get that information updated on the Transportation Cabinet's end. I'll be going over the different reports that you can run in the driver database, which include license report, annual update report, medical update report, and license expiration report. Just like adding and updating a driver, these will all be found on the left-hand side. So the license report, you will enter the license number for your driver. You can run it in any of the above. I usually recommend running it as a PDF because it usually runs the smoothest when you're using Microsoft Edge. And you'll click submit. Open that up. And it'll give you the information of the driver, including the certification date, annual update, the medical expiration date, and if they have a termination date, it will include that here. And you'll make sure that that is the correct license number that you entered. And this only gives you one driver. For the annual update report, your district will appear. I will use KDE. And you put in the school start date, or you can just put in a generic date, such as August the 1st, just to capture all the dates, because not everyone starts school on the same day. You'll run that. Obviously, we don't have any at KDE, but if you did in your district, their annual update would be listed right here in this column. The days until expired would appear in this column right here. Remember, the annual update is good for a calendar year, which is 365 days. And it needs to be done in between school getting out and school starting. So in that summertime, pretty much from May all the way until July and early August. Medical update report. Once again, your district will be there. You'll run it as an Acrobat. All the drivers you have will appear. If they are expired, it will say expired right here. Their medical expiration date will appear here. And if they have not expired yet, the days until expiration, it goes all the way up to a year. So anything under 365 days, it will show you if you have a driver that's going to expire. which is different from the license report. That will only show you in the next 90 days. So the driver we have set up here, their license expires June 12th, 2020. That's 45 days away. If it were anything above 90 days, they will not appear on this report. So it's important to keep track. You need to be running this report probably every month or so just to make sure you're not missing any drivers who might be expiring. And as always, if they are expired, go to your update driver and you can update them there once they get their medical certificate or their license up to date and certified. And those are the reports that you can run in the driver database.